Welcome to Better Not.
On today's episode, we're talking about the mouthfeel. We're talking about the spiders, and it's your birthday. Well, it was your birthday. Let's do it.
Okay.
Welcome to Better Not. I'm Zach.
And I'm Will. And this is the show where two coworkers bet beers on topics you can easily Google the answer for.
Did you notice you said the podcast on there?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. We're back. I've been on vacation a little bit.
Yep.
There's actually a little lapse between one of the episodes that happened. The Flat Earth came out a little late.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one right after that. So, but this is we're back actually from my vacation. I know this is a little out of order, but
How was your vacation?
my vacation was good.
If you had to say one thing that was the best, what was it?
Organ.
Okay.
My organs were great.
Your organ.
They survived very well.
Okay.
Yeah, Oregon coastline was pretty awesome, but I felt really rushed out there. And we talked, I was supposed to pick up a bunch of beer when I was up there.
Right.
I really wanted to. I had some room in my bag to do it, but I had zero time.
Okay.
We planned it way too tight. The trip was like running around, just like, I just feel like Portland was shut down. Mm-hmm. We were going to go Portland down to, Eugene, and then over to the coast and then down. And Portland was pretty much shut down because of riots and COVID.
Yeah.
And then Eugene's cool. I'm not going to bash on anyone from Eugene, but it was just okay.
And then, so it's cool or is it okay?
It was cool.
But okay.
It was just okay. So we didn't explore much there. We got a couple bites to eat, and then we drove to the coast, and it was just like really stressed with the wedding and stuff.
Okay.
And so I don't know. That was like we did the wedding, and then we came back basically in the night to get out.
Okay.
It just like I could have stopped, but we were just stressed. We were both worn out.
Yeah.
My license expired, so I wasn't even driving.
What?
Yeah, because it was my birthday, and I didn't realize before my trip to go to the DMV.
They didn't send you anything?
No, they did, but I just I didn't make it.
Put it off.
Well, I put it off because it's COVID. You can't go to the DMV.
I just went to the DMV.
Well, I know it was closed for a long time though. It was completely closed.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I needed my real ID too. It was just like so many complications. I was just like, I'm gonna put this off, and then it was my birthday, and then
That's funny.
It was a lot. I don't know. I feel so bad. So we've been talking. We might do. I haven't told you this, but we might still do another road trip.
Okay.
Like that road trip we were supposed to do in a couple of weeks. We're thinking about possibly still doing it this fall.
Cool.
Because I'll still have time off. I just don't know when we'll do it.
Yeah. Now, when you were in Oregon, did you see a lot of breweries?
Portland had a lot of breweries.
Okay.
Portland had a lot of everything.
Okay. Because it's supposed to be the microbrewery capital of the world.
Yeah.
So I just imagine like driving through there, you would just see brewery.
It was. It was breweries and coffee shops everywhere.
Okay.
And everything was mom and pop, like person-owned places. And it was really cool. And it was all quirky too. Mm-hmm. Like Portland, everything that people say about Portland, it was super quirky. I mean, I didn't get to experience all that, but I saw some of it, like people walking around, definitely some of the shops, and then a lot of like people trying to be successful, like starting their own businesses and stuff.
Okay.
I saw in Portland, like there was like no chains.
Oh, cool.
Eugene, there was chains.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just didn't see them. I was closer to downtown, so cruising around, I saw all of these like different, it was coffee shops everywhere, but then different food joints, and they had little sections of food trucks.
Okay.
And they had these like food truck pods throughout the city.
Cool.
And that was pretty cool. A lot of them weren't open, but we found one that was, and it was pretty cool. It wasn't, it was cool.
It just sounds like it was rushed and you needed like an extra couple days or something. It
was so rushed. Yeah. And we just didn't have enough time. And I thought we made enough time, but like so the wedding got pushed back further south. We were supposed to go 4 hours south, but then we ended up having to go like 6 or 6.5.
Why's that?
Because the wedding venue canceled on them.
Oh no!
So they had to move down to Brookings, Oregon, which was 6.5 from Portland.
Okay.
Which like it stretched out the distance of our trip,
mm-hmm.
and then just everything was kind of rushed, and yeah.
Was that last minute? They were just like, "Oh, your wedding's canceled," or did they know?
They've known for a few months,
Okay.
and then it was semi last minute, and luckily we hadn't booked like our accommodations yet.
Yeah.
So it was pretty easy to shift everything around.
Okay.
But yeah, it was semi last minute, and then there was some stress with like trying to get our third shooter there and stuff like that. But then the wedding ended up being really awesome. And we've looked at some of the photos. It looks really good. And
cool.
I don't know. I just like, I'm bummed because I wasn't able to get any beers for the show.
Yeah. Well,
but again, if we go up again, which I hope we do,
you're going to have to get double.
I'm going to have to get twice as much.
Yeah.
And I think that's something I need to do.
I think so too.
I think I need to do that.
All right.
Yeah. So a few weeks ago, we did those brewery episodes, and those have been doing really well.
Right.
Yeah. And people really liked the sitting down with Kendall, the brewmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
really
I sat
good.
down. I watched the whole episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
My wife did too.
Well, it was so cool, like talking about all of like the science and stuff, and he
Yeah.
was thinking about all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I lose the bet today, I have a White Claw I want to compare and see if like we can taste our taste buds.
Okay.
Like because I've had very few of these seltzers, so
What kind of White Claw is it?
mango, I think.
Ooh.
Well, we have to. I think we've already had mango on the podcast.
We had, it was Bud Light mango, right?
Oh, we didn't have White Claw mango.
Right.
Well, I want to try it, and then like, it was fairly recently that we had those, so I
Right.
want to like try to compare our taste buds. I know we're not side by side comparing them, but if I lose, we can pull that out and try that.
Cool. Well, before we do anything else,
Okay.
you had a birthday a week ago.
Yeah,
I brought you your birthday gift.
This podcast is gonna be like a month after the birthday, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So open your gift.
Okay. Well, Zach and I exchange gifts every year, and we usually go to Sylvester's together.
And I went without you this year.
That was so funny. You sent me that picture. I was like, dang, I wish I was there with you.
That was a good burger too. It was their special, and their special right now is a Willie Nelson. And it was just like a whole bunch of random crap. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I turned 30.
Congratulations. Welcome
Crazy.
to the 30s.
I know. You're 2 years up on me, right?
I will be in December.
Yeah, close to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, what'd you get for me? What is this?
Well, you got to open it.
Okay. So Zach got me this long sheet and a Firestone Cherry Blossom Vintage.
And I actually got one for me. It's in the ice chest. So if you want to drink it now, you can, or you can save it for some other time.
Wait, so is this okay? So it's a porter. So
Yeah.
That should
It
be
should be really good.
that should be our beer for the episode.
You want to?
Is this chilled?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can possibly drink this on there.
Okay,
On
sweet.
on this and just like forego the winner of the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this looks really good. Or should we save it for a special occasion?
Whatever you want to do. I don't care.
It's cool. Okay. Yeah, that sounds really good. Okay. Then what'd you get here?
You got to open it.
Okay.
I did the wrapping myself.
It says happy birthday. Okay.
The front looks a lot better than the back.
Yeah, look at that. That's incredible. Beautiful packaging. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I've had this gift for over a year.
And you lost
Or
it.
not over a year. It was right after your birthday I got
Yeah.
it. And then I lost it, and then I found it the other day.
Okay, we're opening the gift for the audio only people.
Yep.
Okay, I've opened the gift. Okay.
Have you ever seen this?
Okay. What is this? Okay.
It's a musical ruler.
It's a musical ruler.
Mm-hmm.
Guide to ruler playing. Oh,
Yeah.
it's an instrument.
Yeah.
Wait, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, for those listening, it is literally a ruler.
Hang on. I left the price on the back.
Oh. It's $1,000.
Yeah. As I
So
stick it into the
for
camera.
those listening, it is literally a ruler,
There you go.
and it has like notes on it. Oh, so like he like has figured out the actual pitches to it,
Yeah, how to play a ruler.
and it's like a old guy on the front that's like, you can become a musician in just a few hours. Discover the secrets of ruler playing with Dan Wielden. The original master takes you through the highs and lows and a variety of twanging thrills. Okay.
I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
And it's not the first edition either. It's like I think it said like the 12th edition or something.
2012 revised edition.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Okay, so he's refined his skills. Wow, this is great. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh man, he's got like actual sheet music in the back. Okay, can I play it on the podcast?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay. Ooh, it's got a nice little sleeve.
Maybe you can make a new podcast song with it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah. Will you? So you have to you play it on the. Okay, so here's a C. B. G. I don't feel like that's right.
So now that you know, do you know how to play Happy Birthday with those letters?
That doesn't sound right. Oh wait, maybe I was holding it backwards. Dum. I think that's right. That's hard. How would you actually play that?
Well, you're gonna have to. It's gonna be some good reading. I figured eventually you could get real skilled at it, and then you could teach me. So there's Jingle Bells.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna attempt to play Puff the Magic Dragon. Here we go.
How's Puff the Magic Dragon even sound?
Hey, that works. Does it Puff the Magic
I don't know that
Dragon?
song.
Well, you don't know that one?
Play something that people know.
Okay.
Jingle Bells.
She'll be coming around the mountain.
There we go.
All right, this is my rendition. This is my rendition of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain with a Ruler. Are we ready?
I'm ready. I've been waiting a year for this.
Here we go. All right. She'll be she That one just doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound. This guy seems very serious about this. Okay. Everyone knows. Auld Lang Syne.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
Should old acquaintance be forgot? All right, here we go. This is my rendition. This is my rendition of Auld Lang Syne.
All right.
The famous New Year's Eve tune.
Is it really?
I think so. That's what you sing on New Year's Eve. Yeah.
I've never seen
Is that a
anything on
bet?
New Year's Eve. Yeah.
You want to mini bet me that?
I'll mini bet you that.
Okay. We'll look at them in a second.
Okay.
This has vibrato techniques, and this has pictures of people really happy about playing. Okay. All right. Here we go. Auld Lang Syne.
It looks just like you right now.
Yeah. That's working. That was perfect.
Bravo.
The low notes are
For those that want to skip the
if you want to skip past this 20 minutes of me playing with this,
go to second. Okay. As a professional, would you consider yourself a professional musician?
I technically I am a professional musician.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the musical ruler?
I want to say yes, but I don't really think so. Is this where I'm supposed to put my fingers?
Sure looks like it.
Oh yeah, look at them in the video or in the photo. No, I've never heard of this instrument.
Well, I guarantee you it will give you hours of enjoyment.
It just gave me like 10 minutes of enjoyment right now. You know what, Zach? Thank you. Where'd you find this? Did you find this at a thrift store?
Thrift store, yeah. I saw it and I was just like, I don't know if this is a thing, but if it is, if it isn't, I'm still going to get it for you.
This guy seems really serious about it. Okay, so it's really important to keep your fingers where they're at. Okay, I think that's why my pitch was so weird.
Yeah, you kind of had it like muted a little bit.
And then it says, you can try a standing position. Look how happy he is about that standing position. Yeah, like, look at this guy. That's ridiculous.
He's very into it.
That's kind of creepy stuff.
I feel like you could do a new rendition of this book, or a new, what do they call it, remake of the book?
Yeah.
And you could probably write, pop songs and do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Solos, folk, rock and roll, jazz, special effects, and etc.
Heck yeah.
Wow. You know what? Even if I don't make a song, I should do something like
yes.
as a transitional.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Like when something doesn't make sense on the show, you could play that after.
Yeah. That'll be the sound effect. So wait, so like,
or like, sometimes we say something and we're like, oh no, that's obviously not right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to record that sound.
Cool.
All right.
Yep. Perfect. Yep.
And then in reverse. Like if you say,
like if you lose a bet.
Yeah. You lost the bet. Something like that. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Okay. A couple of housekeeping things, Zach.
Okay.
One, it's a crazy heat wave right now.
It is. Yeah. It's supposed to be like over 100 all weekend long, and then into the next week.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very hot. It's kind of hot in this room. So the visual listeners, you can probably see us sweating.
And slightly getting redder and redder by the minute.
Yes. And I'm in a tank top and just enjoying the heat.
Yeah.
We got an AC unit.
Yeah.
It can really only fit in one room.
Oh, that's all right.
And it's not big enough to cool down the house. It's a 500 square foot.
Okay.
And our apartment is like 900 or something like that.
Yeah, well, it helps.
Yeah. So we're closed off in the back room, sweating our butts off. It's not too bad, actually.
That's not bad.
But it is bad outside.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like 97. You said 100 up there.
Yeah.
I think it's 97 today here.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
Yeah. Well, for San Luis, it never gets over.
No.
Well, not very often over 90.
Well, and it's yesterday was a thunderstorm.
There
was lightning. I saw lightning yesterday.
That was crazy.
That doesn't happen in California.
I don't know if there was just a storm over our house, but I could literally feel it in my body when the thunder was going on.
Mm-hmm.
It was so weird.
It was crazy. I saw 2 streaks.
Oh, really?
On the way to work.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. And then when I walked out for lunch, pouring rain.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I did not expect this weather today. And it was
it's like a flash flood kind of thing, reminded me of.
Oh, was it like a warning? Was it
no, but it reminded me when you go to Universal Studios and you do the tram ride and they take you through Mexico and it's got the flash flood.
Yeah.
It reminded me totally of that weather. It just comes out of nowhere. It's like, where did this come from?
Yeah. It was a little crazy and a little scary.
Yeah. It was fun, though.
It was fun. Yeah.
I enjoy days like that.
Yeah. It's super interesting to kind of experience a weird weather pattern like that.
Yeah.
Because California is usually so clear.
Yeah. We're usually pretty stable. It's either raining or not raining.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then never just this random storm comes in.
Yeah, for sure. So that was cool. But then now it's a heat wave for 2 weeks, right?
No, it's a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Gosh. So we
Well,
bought,
I guess this week and then next week. So yeah, I guess it would be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We bought the AC about a month ago, and then the weather was starting to get a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, dang, we should have bought it at the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
But we knew there's always an August heat wave.
Yeah.
There's always maybe even sometimes a September heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're feeling good.
Yeah. So wait till October to take it back.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Yeah. No, actually, because it's a big one, but it's not big enough to cool the whole house.
Yeah.
But last night we wanted it in our room, and it was the most pain in the butt to move it from there to our room because I don't have the adapter for my window, for the second window. I didn't get two inserts.
Oh, okay.
So I had to order one, and that was the hardest thing I've ever done. I looked for like an hour this morning.
Really?
Trying to find this insert.
They didn't have the parts in the manual?
Well, I was more so trying to find like a good deal on it.
Oh, okay.
Because actually, well, there's one on Amazon, but it's the full kit. So you get the
hose.
the hose and stuff too. And I have the hose. I was just going to move it with the hose over there. So I didn't want another hose, and that was like $40. I was like, this piece of plastic should only be like 20 or less.
Right.
So Amazon didn't have it, but they had some other off-market ones or
Off-brand.
off-market. It's off the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, off-brand ones, and those didn't. I don't think they would have worked.
Okay.
Like size-wise, and I didn't want to buy something, wait for it to get here, it'd be wrong.
Yeah.
Because I need it now.
Right.
But yeah, I had to order it on a regular website. Have you ordered something on a regular website in a long time? It was annoying.
I can't think of anything.
It was.
It's either Amazon, eBay,
Yeah.
or Walmart.
That's what I'm saying.
Or Target.
It was the weirdest thing. I had to find it on this website. And then now I think every website's sketchy.
Oh, yeah, because you're putting in your credit card information, which you never do.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what if they steal my credit card information?
That's what I mean. Like I mean, it looked like a regular website.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So what'd you get it for? How much did it cost?
I think I got it for 15, but then
Okay,
it's a normal website. So guess what shipping was? Like 10 or 15 too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I ended up
You
paying.
should have just got the full kit for the $40
that.
and had it in 2 days.
Yeah. But then that's the thing is like one of the problems with Amazon is like the waste. Because like I do stuff like that where I get like a 4-pack of something and I never use the other 3 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to weigh that. Oh, another housekeeping thing, Zach, is that we're using really crappy lights today.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. So
I didn't notice.
So visually, it might not look good either.
Okay.
I've had a lot of issues recently.
Yeah.
On the Flat Earth episode, it came out late actually because there was a massive audio issue.
Yeah.
I made the microphones way too loud. Yeah, that's what I did. So since the microphones were too loud, they were picking up everybody else's vocals in the room.
Okay.
So everybody was bleeding across each other. And so if you're listening to that episode actually could have been a lot worse. If that makes sense. So I cut out a lot.
Yeah.
And there sounds like microphones drop out and stuff, and that's actually what's happening because that was the only way to get out the bleeding from the rest of the microphones.
Okay.
So
I'm just going to trust you on this one.
well, if the audio sounds a little weird, I apologize, but it's the best I could do for what happened. But that was a fun episode.
Heck yeah, that was definitely the Tent City. Both episodes were my favorite.
They were super cool.
Yeah.
And Kendall was saying we can come back anytime, so we're definitely going to do that.
Cool.
And that is also recording in here with different lighting setup and stuff. That is also why I'm using this thing right here. Are you jealous of this one?
I kind of like it.
Okay. Maybe I should get one of these. That'd be easier than these things hanging off the side.
Yeah.
I just feel like you have to be like right up on the table for this one.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the fancy podcasters use those like boom arms.
Well, where are those at?
They're really expensive.
No.
And then it's usually like fancy mics too.
Okay.
Well, if one day that this is a funded podcast, then maybe we can buy some nice mics and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the bet.
Okay. So we just checked and made sure we were talking about the right thing. We didn't actually formally make a bet last time.
But you said that you thought it was mainly because your mouth is closed in brewing.
I'm going to hold this when I'm mad at you and slap it on
Are you mad at me right now?
Yeah.
Why?
So it's the ruler for the audio listeners. So, yes, I said that because your mouth is closed and sometimes open, you just like aren't putting much in your mouth at night. So it's just kind of like rotting in your mouth all night. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm just copying you.
Yeah, I see that. So it's rotting all night.
Okay. So your mouth is rotting during the evenings.
It's not literally rotting. I'm not going to bet on rotting.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that it's festering.
Okay.
And then I think throughout the day, we're eating stuff, and that stuff is brushing our teeth. It's not like literally brushing it, but like it's brushing across it. You're cleaning out your mouth with water and stuff.
Okay.
So not saying you have good breath during the day. I'm saying it's going to smell worse in the morning than it does at the end of the day. Yeah. And that's
because of your
eating and then because you're not eating and it's
cleaning.
Just sitting there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my bet. You're going against that, right?
Yeah, I'll go against that. It's yes. So all of that.
Well, your original thing was spiders, right?
Well, I said
Can you
spiders.
explain that again?
Well, just the Snapple, it said underneath the cap that people eat a couple of spiders in the evenings a few times a month or something like that. I think it's from personally, I the only thing that I can think of is the postnasal drip thing.
Yeah.
And possibly just you're breathing through your mouth a lot more than during the day.
Yeah.
During the day, maybe you're breathing through your nose.
Okay.
So just the increased airflow creates something.
Yeah.
So
interesting. Okay.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up. I mean, but you're going with everything but what I did.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well,
I don't like that. So I would say it's
either way, we're drinking the.
That's true. It's
the beer that I gave you for your birthday.
No worries. Then let's look it up.
All right, cool.
Okay, we're looking it up. Let's go fire up the generator and let's see what we can find. Okay, this is what I found. It's first answer. And basically I typed in why our mouth smells in the morning.
Okay.
Rather than during the day. And it says poor oral hygiene. Even if you do a good job, you can't get it all. But so if you're not brushing or flossing effectively, food particles can get stuck in crevices or on the surface of your tongue and teeth and along the gum tissue. Bacteria in your mouth will break down those food particles, which releases a lovely bad breath come the morning time. So basically, because it's just chilling in there for a long period of time, you're going to have bad breath.
Okay.
But I think you don't have bad breath during the day because you're constantly cleaning it out and putting new stuff in there. But it didn't actually say that. This is on healthline.com. Some foods, strong smelling foods like onions and garlic, obviously.
I think you're kind of right because it says on the one I'm looking at, to clean your tongue, you'll need to get a tongue scraper. And to clean your tongue, it says it's going to remove the white film, and which is a sign of bad breath. So, I mean, if food is what's scraping away the white film, then that's the bad breath, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it hasn't directly said that, though. After a meal, any food particles that remain between your teeth and your gums or on your tongue can release odor. This is on WebMD. The good news is that you can do something about it. So it's really just talking about food that decays in your mouth when it's not cleaned well.
Okay.
I think that's just more likely to happen, though, in the morning, because I think you are scraping your teeth.
So in that case, if you don't eat anything.
Ooh. Okay. So sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
But this says eating breakfast. These are the things to get rid of that morning breath. Clean your teeth, obviously. Mm-hmm. Clean your tongue. Use a mouthwash or a dental rinse. Drink water. Okay, so drink water. That can dilute the smells in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. And brush your teeth.
And yeah.
Use mouthwash.
Yeah. So eating breakfast. Even if you brush your teeth when you get up every morning, your morning breath may reappear if you don't eat. Morning mouth may be associated with hunger. But then it goes on to say, eat a hard fruit or vegetable. And then an ad pops up. Apples, carrots, celery, and other hard fruits help clear odor causing plaque and food particles from your mouth.
Okay.
So I think that's because it's hard. It scrapes it.
Okay.
Which goes into my point, I think.
Well, apples also have like acid in them too, right?
Ooh,
When that
sounds like next episode.
Yeah, kind of.
Chew sugarless gum. Gum itself can bring more saliva, which naturally makes your mouth fresher.
Oh, interesting.
Take care of your health problems. And that's it. So I think so. I think, yeah, like maybe the acidity, but also I just feel like it's scraping.
Yeah.
But it goes to say, like, so eating breakfast and eating food, hard stuff, does something to your mouth that cleans it.
I definitely think you won.
Yeah, birthday win. Cool. Well, yeah, that's that. Really interesting. I thought that was a really interesting one, though, because bad breath is a problem. It's interesting that you say the spider thing, though. We should look up how many spiders we actually do consume.
Definitely.
Like if that's a real fact, because I feel like that's one of those like urban legends too.
It could be. I don't know.
How many spiders? Okay. Well, we're already really far into this podcast. Let's go to beer corner.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fancy beer time. Got himself one of these Firestone ones.
The other one's yours.
One. What's that?
The other one's yours, or this one's yours.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. They're the same.
actually, no. I think this one's mine because it's not as cold.
You want to switch?
No, it's cool.
You have the cold
No,
one.
I think they're okay. So it's in a fancy box. It's a cherry barrel blossom. Wait, is it a cherry blossom or a cherry barrel blossom?
Cherry barrel blossom.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so it's an imperial smoked porter, barrel aged, with sea salt aged in bourbon barrels and cherry bitter barrels.
Bitters barrels.
Bitters barrels.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from Firestone. We've had several Firestones before, but this is like a fancy one.
Yeah.
Very cool box. Yeah, let's pull it out.
Yep.
We've talked about Firestone. They're up the street from us. We want to go visit them. Well, I got to reach out and see if we can get in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whoa. It kind of looks like a whiskey bottle kind of label.
Oh, that's very cool.
Like really fancy.
Nice and clean.
Yeah. Okay, so it says, let's see, the IBU's 28.
11.2% alcohol.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of alcohol. It says like the yeast on it, color. That's really interesting. So there's 1,500 cases produced.
And I think in a case
That's a
is
lot.
24.
Oh, okay. That still seems like a lot. It
Yep.
doesn't seem that special.
Well, thanks.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it looks really cool. That's crazy. How long do they sit these in barrels to age them?
Well, definitely not longer than a year because this says 2020 and we're still in 2020.
Well, do they do that during the fermentation process? Like instead of
I think so, yeah.
normal? Okay. Or do they finish the beer, put it into the barrel? I would be curious to learn about that.
I don't know. I would assume that they ferment it in the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this says, did you read all this stuff on here?
I read a few of them. Some of them
It's
aren't
low IBUs. And then the color is dark cherry. And the yeast used is British Ale.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's about it. There's a couple other things on here. I have no idea what those mean.
Yeah. Let me go grab glasses so we can see the color.
Perfect.
Okay. Grab some glasses. Let's
right.
open these. It smells like a wine or a whiskey.
Oh, yeah. I can
Ooh.
already smell the cherry.
Yeah, I see a little bit of that red color it was talking about, the cherry color. It smells like liquor.
Mm-hmm.
It smells very strong alcohol. Okay. What are we looking at here? It's very dark.
Very dark.
It's an imperial stout.
Definitely.
Or no, it's just
It's a porter.
Porter.
Definitely not see-through.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of head on it.
Yeah.
So,
It looks more like when the head looks like that, it's I associate it more with ciders. Like
Okay.
Sort of like a cider head or Heineken. Heineken has a head like that.
Huh.
Not that this is either of those, but
Very far from, actually.
it's more of like that carbonated rather than a fluffy head.
Yeah.
But maybe if this was in a normal tap, it would probably have a better head.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah, let's try it.
Prost.
Cheers. Oh my gosh.
That's good.
That is so good.
There's a lot of flavor going on there.
The front end, I tasted that cherry oak kind of like vibe right off
First
the front.
off, it tastes like Christmas to me. Like
Okay.
that should be a Christmas beer.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. There's a little bit of chocolate to it.
A bit of chocolate. I taste the cherry. The cherry's not strong, like in your face.
Right.
It's like on the back end. Kind of like what it was talking about, where it's like the cherry bitter barrel rather than like I don't think they put cherries in it. I think it's the cherry bitters
You're right.
barrel.
Yeah.
So it's more of like a hint of the cherry. The oak is crazy forward in it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good. It's kind of creamy.
It is very creamy. I like it.
I like it a lot for sure. Oh, and then at the very end, there's a bit of like a liquor heat. Do you feel that at the
Well,
back
I was
end?
just eating these spicy
Oh.
pistachios, so I don't know if it's that or.
Yeah, I can.
But it's
feel-
good. It's very smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth, easy to drink. I'm just trying to think any other descriptors. It's smoky. I definitely
Is
like
it smoky?
it. Definitely, what's that oaky, burnt, smoky?
Yeah, I guess it is a little smoky.
So oaky, cherry. I definitely kind of get a little bit of chocolatey, and that's that porter vibe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was I saying? Stout porter. It's a porter, right?
Yeah.
Barrel aged imperial smoked porter. Yeah, it's definitely. What does imperial mean?
I think it's the kind of hops. Because
imperial hops.
You have imperial stout, and let's look it up.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's why I called it a imperial stout before, because I saw imperial, but it's an imperial porter.
Okay. When used to describe beer, the word imperial is now becoming widely used to mean stronger than usual.
Okay.
The usage is derived from the venerable Russian imperial stout brewed in the 1700s by Henry Thurl, London brewer, and later by his successor, and just keeps going on. So stronger than usual. So it's a stronger than usual porter.
Okay. Oh, okay. I can read a little bit about this.
Yeah, go for it.
So the first part is talking about. Oh no, it talks about the entire thing. Let me read this. This is from the back of the box. I thought it was just talking about Firestone, but it's talking about the entire thing. Our brewery began in 1996 when we delved into the rare art of fermenting beer in oak barrels. So they started doing that.
Right, and I think that was with the double barrel ale.
That's the DBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 10 years later, we took our barrel machinations to the next level by aging beer in vessels inherited from premium bourbon houses and other spirit producers. Ever since, the resulting beers have flown under the banner of the Proprietor's Vintage Series, which has become one of the most storied barrel-aged programs in the craft industry. This inaugural vintage of Cherry Barrel Blossom features our classic smoked porter, aged in bourbon barrels and cherry bitter barrels, with a dash of sea salt. With a nod to the German Rübigcher style, the porter was brewed with smoke malts to create a subtle smoky smoky effect. The cherry bitters barrel brought fruity. This is a tongue twister. The cherry bitters barrel brought fruity accents to the bourbon-driven flavors of vanilla, tobacco. Okay, I think I smell. I can taste a little tobacco and chocolate, while the inclusion of sea salt elevated the mouthfeel.
I gotta try it one more time just to see if.
The
Read those one more time.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Okay.
Okay, that's that creamy. We said creamy, so there's vanilla. Tobacco is that smoky burnt.
Yep.
And then we said chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
That's dead on.
and then the result is a deliciously distinctive sipping experience. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Our palates are getting more refined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good beer.
It's funny because like we're sitting here trying to describe it, but then you read it and it's like, oh, that's 100% exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So those guys, they obviously have their palates like dialed in.
Dialed.
You know?
I also think like when you think of like a sommelier or whatever, like a som that does wine, that like has to
Sommelier?
sommelier.
I never know how to say it.
I don't know either, but a som has to identify all these characteristics of a wine.
Right.
I think it's so like interesting. Like, well, it's a lot of it's opinion, right?
No.
But that's the thing is like it seems like it would be opinion.
Yeah.
But then they go to these courses and it's like, no, this is this. Like this is a lemon flavor. This is a this flavor.
So those courses, they train you on identifying the flavors.
Yeah.
So it's not like you go in and you're like, oh, I know this flavor. You know, it's like, no, they give you the flavor and then you have to remember that flavor.
Yeah. Have you watched Som? It's like a movie.
I haven't. I heard it's really good though.
Yeah. It's not a movie. I guess it's kind of like a documentary, but it follows the guys trying to become Soms. It's really good.
Cool.
They're crazy. One guy could tell you where, like he can narrow down the wine to the region. Like, well, not even region. Like he'll be like, maybe it's probably this farm.
Now, what level is that guy?
He was trying to go for the first level.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you needed to be that specific for the first level, but this guy was like next level.
I told you we have a friend that's level 2, right?
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of training.
Yeah.
But they get paid a lot, right?
I mean, it helps because they work in the wine industry. So definitely helps to have that, you know, like the winery can now say we have this amount of,
really cool. Though those are good beers.
Yep.
Was that expensive?
I think it was like $10 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy Tenor beer. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, big 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're getting close to the end here. Let's we're usually supposed to drink the beer earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Let's kind of touch up on these last couple of thoughts that we wanted to have.
Okay.
With our bad breath smells.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about spiders real quick.
Okay. So we wanted to know if that's an urban legend about the spiders. I'm like super curious if it is or not. Cuz I've heard that before. Like, and I feel like everyone's heard it before. Like, do spiders like actually go in your mouth at night?
I barely typed it in. How many spiders? And
I think this is a commonly.
It took me straight to the website.
Okay.
It's called mentalfloss.com.
Mental floss. Yeah.
And it says, you eat X number of spiders. People say it's 3, others 8.
Per night or lifetime?
I don't know. Might say as many as several dozen. Ask someone who really knows their spiders, though. The number of ask somebody that really knows spiders, though, and the number of ingested creepy crawlers drops right to 0.
Really? So we're not ingesting spiders. So it is a myth.
Think about it this way. It says Rob Crawford, curator of arachnids at Seattle Burke Museum and dedicated bursts of spiders myth. To swallow even just one spider in your sleep, a number of very unlikely circumstances all have to happen at once. First, Crawford says, is that your mouth needs to be open.
Sure.
Sure, some people sleep that way, but not everyone. No open mouth, no swallowed spiders. Second, the spider has to get in your bed.
Okay.
Totally normal, neatly made beds have spiders. Third and fourth, Crawford says that spiders would have to just happen to crawl across your body where your mouth is and be bold as to enter the orifice that is exhaling warm breath. Just try blowing on a spider and you'll see how they react. Crawford says it's not attractive to them. Finally, you'd have to swallow the spider while sleeping. And Carol Verman pointed out that we do not automatically swallow every time something goes into our mouth.
Okay.
The odds are pretty clearly stacked against you swallowing any one spider, that alone, multiple ones over the years.
Okay.
So Sounds like that's an urban myth.
It's an urban myth, urban legend, myth.
Yeah. Weird.
Do we swallow during the night?
Yeah, you have to, or your mouth would fill up with saliva.
It was found that during sleep, swallowing is episodic with long swallow-free periods. Swallows occur almost exclusively in association with the movement arousals, which are most frequently during stages of REM 1 and 2 of sleep. Interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like curious how many times we swallow in a day. How many times do you think we swallow in a day?
I'd say at least 3 times a minute.
Okay.
And how many minutes are there in a day?
Hey
Siri, how many minutes are there in a day?
One day is 1,440 minutes.
Why is yours an Indian dude?
I enjoy that voice.
Oh, you chose that voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always liked the guy from Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
It's just a soothing voice to me. So I'd say like 4,000 times.
When did you change that?
I've had it like that for a long time.
That's so funny. Okay. That's cool. So Indian accents.
No, I thought we were talking about swallowing.
No, I think this is way more interesting. So you find Indian accents soothing?
Yeah.
Do you watch a lot of like Indian movies and stuff? Like Bollywood and stuff?
I liked Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay. I didn't know this about you.
Yeah.
That you know when like someone asks you like what's a random fact,
Mm-hmm.
you should say that.
Sure.
I feel like
I mean, ones that are clear, like when you call.
Yeah. Sometimes it's
when you call and
yeah.
you get somebody from India
Yeah.
on the phone, and sometimes it's like, gosh, I don't know what you're understanding
Mm-hmm.
or what you're saying. That is more frustrating. But when it's like clear, and I think it's a nice accent.
I think this is the most interesting thing we've discovered on this podcast. I love that. Wow. I feel like I know you more now.
Okay.
This is good.
Sure.
Zach, really enjoy. I'm writing this down. I want to. Maybe this needs to be a whole episode.
What?
Indian accents. We should have an accents episode.
Okay.
Okay. Well, all right. I really would love to spend a lot of time on that. But this episode's gone long. Okay. Human swallow. How many times do you think per day?
I'm thinking 4,000.
4,000?
Yeah.
That's a lot of swallows. 500 to 700 times a day.
That's it?
Around 3 times an hour during sleep.
Oh, see, so I was thinking, okay, but how many times when you're awake?
Once per minute.
Oh, that's it.
And even during meals, once per minute. Around 1 million. It's probably an average.
Okay.
How much? Ooh, here's another one. This is wow, we're going down a weird rabbit hole right now. How much saliva do we swallow in a day?
Ooh, like in...
Yeah. Like ounces or pints or gallons?
I'd say at least a gallon.
Okay.
132 ounces.
Kids. Oh, it's telling me kids. I want to know. Now I don't want to know adults. Kids, about 2 to 4 pints, which is 1 to 2 liters. So half a gallon.
Okay.
But now I want to know adults though. Same amount. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a very interesting. Yeah.
So I was way off. I was 100 ounces over.
Yeah, that's a really weird, interesting fact.
That is.
That's what this show's about, the rabbit holes.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to do an accents episode coming up.
Sure.
Well, so we learned about our bad breath. Dental hygiene. How often does Zach Freeman floss?
Next to nothing.
I know. Do you only floss when you have something in your teeth?
I do, yeah. So when I was a little kid, I had really spaced teeth, and so I never had to floss.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no point really.
Yeah.
And then that's why I still have my wisdom teeth, because
You still have your wisdom teeth?
Oh yeah.
We're learning so many facts about you.
The dentist told me I have enough room for another set of wisdom teeth.
What?
That's how spaced out my teeth were.
Really?
Yeah. And so when I was in junior high, 8th grade, I think I got braces.
Yeah.
And then I never was taught really to floss because, I always had spaced teeth. I don't know. I go to the dentist and they floss my teeth and they're like, you got to freaking floss because it's like it starts bleeding and stuff.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I think it's more of a gum issue.
Yeah,
'Cause
gingivitis kind of.
Well, and your gums grow up your teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and if you let it grow up too high, it's a problem for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know.
not really
Yeah,
sure.
that you remember that dentist that took 3 hours to clean my teeth?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I actually haven't gone to a dentist since that cleaning because that was the worst experience. He took 3 hours, and not because my teeth were like extra dirty.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know, and it was an actual dentist. I didn't have a hygienist cleaning it, which was weird. Mm-hmm. So he sat me down.
Are you sure this guy was a dentist?
Yeah, and he just
you saw his license and everything.
I didn't see his license. I assume
He was probably just some dude. That
no,
was
he was the dentist for the whole office, and it was a small little office, and surrounded. It was in Atascadero, next to the giant dentist place, and I think there was a dentist place on the other side, and he was the small little office in between.
Okay,
and he did marching band and was really proud about it, and he had a picture of himself in marching band. And I talked to him about it forever. This is so dumb. I was in the cleaning for 2 hours, and he told me to come back the next day for another hour session.
he really liked you, dude.
Yeah. Luckily, it was free.
You went back?
I had to. He didn't finish. He didn't finish.
Did he just do the top or just the bottom?
I don't know what he did, but he didn't finish.
Like, all I'm going to be able to get to is just the bottom today. Come back and do the top
tomorrow. If someone cleans half your teeth, like, you got to finish it.
Or did he just do like the right side?
Yeah. And Savannah was pissed because I was supposed to come home. I was like, this will be like 30 minutes. I'll be home soon.
Yeah.
And it was 2 hours, and 2 hours without my phone too. Like, so she didn't know like what was going on.
Yeah.
And she was like, why was that dentist so long?
That's so weird.
I don't know what to tell you.
That is the weirdest.
And then he told me, so if you're listening, dentist, sorry, he told me that he wanted to like correct something about my teeth. And he's like, all right, well, we've got a treatment plan here. We're going to move this around and fix this gap. Or no, I have a chipped tooth, it's a small chip, but he's like, we can fix that chip. And he made that plan because he was talking to me. Like, he was like, what would you like to see from your teeth? Like, he was like, what do you want to see out of your teeth in the future? What is your goals for your teeth? Basically, like we would at work. And I was like, yeah, I guess I've got this little chip, and my wisdom teeth did come in, and I had them removed, but I waited a little too long, and there's a little gap or an overlap now.
Yeah. And
I never had braces, so I have an overlap because my wisdom teeth came in.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, I would like that. I mean, it'd be cool if that was fixed too. And I was like, just like, these are things that
You know what I would have said? I don't want to lose my teeth. That's what I would have told him. I don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sure. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was a few years ago, and I haven't gone to the dentist since. And I pay for a dentist every year, and I should be going, but that was a bad experience. I don't want to go back to him. Well, I do. He was so I don't know. I've never had a bad dentist. So.
Yeah. I go to the guy in Morro Bay, and we recently found out that the dental hygienist moved somewhere else. So now I'm like, do I go follow her? Do I stick with the dentist? I really like both of them.
Yeah.
But I see the dental hygienist more than I see the dentist.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. I went to a pediatric dentist until I was like 21.
Oh, the last time I went to the dentist before I got dental insurance on my own.
Yeah.
I was, I think, 15 or 16, and they were like, you can't come back.
Yeah.
I think I was 15, and they were like, this is the last time you can go. So I didn't have my teeth cleaned from 15 to 24.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Or it might have even been 25. I think I was 25. It was 10 years.
Wow.
And I went in there, and she's like, yeah, you got a little bit of calcium, but these teeth look great. No cavities, nothing.
Yeah.
So
mine said the same thing, though. They were like, you're done. You're too old.
Yeah.
And I like go in there, there's like little kids playing around.
Did yours have a treasure chest where you could go get a toy afterwards?
Yeah, actually it did.
Yeah.
And they always played
Did you get
Finding Nemo. When you were in there, it was always Finding Nemo up there because of the dentist scene. Yeah.
Yep.
They thought that was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
And then they milked it. Yeah. Okay. Well, enough about mouth and teeth.
Yeah.
What are we talking about next week, Zach?
We are talking about acid.
Yes. This is an interesting topic, and we don't have bets on this. We need to make bets on this.
Yeah. So I want to know what's stronger acid.
Yeah.
Lemon acid, or
So citric acid from lemons and limes and stuff like that, or specifically lemon.
well, I was thinking specifically, but we could do citric versus. Well, lemon is citric though.
No, I know, but like, I actually think it would be interesting to look at like all the fruits. Like,
Yeah.
all the
So I'm thinking.
blood
I think
orange, and
they're super acidic, right?
yeah.
I think that they're up there with the lemon.
So okay, well, we're curious about, is the acid the same as in fruits as the citric acid, like the lemons and limes and stuff? Is that the same acid that we put in pools?
Right.
That was the big bet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying no, because I've worked in pools for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I did like 4 years. 1 year I was a head lifeguard, and I was like cleaning pools and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then I was a college lifeguard for several years.
Okay.
So I know a lot about pools.
I think the better
I
question,
don't think the acid's
the
the same.
more refined question is,
Okay.
can you use citric acid to keep the pH balance in a pool?
That's such a good question. I'm
going to say yes.
You're going to say yes? I wanted to say yes.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Okay, this is interesting. We have to take some sides here.
Okay.
Because acid for a pool is damaging to your skin and breathing.
Yeah.
But I think you can put your hand in lemon juice, right?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
This is going to be an interesting episode. There's going to be a lot of research on this next episode.
Okay. But can you keep the pH balance in a pool
Okay.
with citric acid?
That's a really weird question. You know what? I'm going to say no. I don't think you could manage it. Something about lemon juice or citric acid like isn't going to be the same as pool acid.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no. You say yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you're saying yes because of a conversation we had before this podcast, right? That we were talking about it might actually be the same
Yeah, I think
acidity level.
you would have to put a lot of more acid in it, because when you do acid in a pool, you barely put a drop.
Well, and it's powder most of the time.
Sure.
Well, no, sometimes it's
liquid.
This is interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So you're saying that you can balance a pool's pH with lemon juice. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying that...
Or with citric acid. Some kind of citric
You're
acid.
saying a fruit acid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say no, you need some chemical.
Okay.
I'm worried because I should be... I don't know. I'm actually really curious. This is going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's going to be next time. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you have to say?
Just happy birthday.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know if I actually told you happy birthday.
You did.
Okay.
In many ways.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned for the next episode to hear about the acid bet that we just talked about.
Yep.
You can find us on Patreon. Support us for as little as $1. I didn't change that ending that we talked about.
Yeah.
I didn't change it because
I noticed.
Well, because I didn't bring my microphones with me.
Oh, okay.
I was editing all those on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 4 episodes I edited on the road, so I'm sorry if they sounded a little weird. But anyways, but yeah, so for as little as $1, you can support us on Patreon. Every dollar counts. You can go all the way up to $5, support us with buying us a beer. Find us on Instagram, find us on Facebook, find us on the YouTubes. We are posting every episode on YouTube now.
It's pretty cool.
And it is pretty cool. It's cool to see us actually talking. We all have visual references like the ruler today, goofing around with that. So support us on there, find us on there, and give us a shout out if you are joining us on a new platform.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.
Peace.
See ya. The Better Not Podcast is Will Cobb and Zach Freeman, produced by Cobblestone Productions. All the music you hear in the show is written by Will Cobb and mixed by Chad Mcilvenna. Thank you so much to Savannah, my wife, for singing on all the tracks that you hear. We post our episodes now on YouTube. Go head over there and subscribe to us and like our video. And don't forget to sign up for patreon.com/betternot and support us for $5 a month. It goes a long way for helping us out. Thank you so much for listening, and see you on the next one.